You may be watching this video and saying to yourself, what is happening? My eyes opened up and I was immediately revealed upon a vision of this. What has happened? Well, what's happened is you've clicked on a video on YouTube and it's about Elden Ring PvP and it's about me, Saint Riot. I made a new build. It uses axes and hammers. And I really wanted to use a special ability that's called Prayerful Strike. And I also wanted to use another ability, and it's called Golden Land. And so that's what's going on. And I have been sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Documenting the build making process. I play through the game at level 15, I do some invasions. I play through the game at level 30, I do some invasions. I'm playing through the game, I'm level 60, I do some invasions. What you are about to witness is level 60 invasions with this axe, hammer, Prayerful Strike, Golden Land build. Alright? And here's all the axes and hammers that I have. I ended up cleaning up a lot of this out and just sort of like, you know, trimming the fat, so to speak. But everything right now is plus 12 at level 60. And that's something for you to remember anytime you think you want to make a build and you're like, I want to go to level 60. What should my weapon upgrade be? You can come back here, you can watch this video and you'll say, oh yeah, plus 12. Plus 12 is what I should be at. Now, some of these invasions at the very start, at the very tippy tip, some of them are going to be patch 1.09, but then most of them are going to be patch 1.10. So right here we got the Golden Land active. We've got the regeneration coming from Golden Land. We've got a little bit of health regen coming to us thanks to the wondrous physic. We've got other regenerative sources of pleasure that come to us in our dreams and in the nightmares of those we know. And between the regen and the Golden Land and the buffs and all that, this build doesn't take a lot of damage. That's kind of the point. The lore of this build in my head, in my own mind, the lore of this build is that this person is like an executioner who basically keeps people from going into the heroes' graves. Like, you're not, you can't go there. You can't go in that hero's grave. Don't go inside there. That's not for you, And I don't know why. I just thought that was a cool idea. So, yeah, I just thought that was neat. But what you're going to see in today's video is a lot of invasions, a lot of Golden Land, a lot of Prayerful Strikes, which are two things you probably don't see a lot, but they're pretty useful. They're pretty good. Prayerful Strikes has a lot of hyper armor. It's hard to interrupt that move once it gets started up, and it hits and you regain 30% of your max health. So 30% of your max health comes back if you hit somebody. If you hit two people, guess what? 60% of your max health coming back. And when you take into consideration Golden Land, well, guess what? You're regenning and you're not taking a lot of damage. And then they patched the game, and they said we're going to patch the game so that when you use hyper armor, you take less damage. They did that while I was making this build. Do you understand how fortuitous that is? I don't think you do, but it's fortuitous as hell, boy. So we got the Golden Land right here. Got it floating above us like some sort of dope light show. I'll be honest, a lot of these times I didn't mean to step on the elevator button. I just accidentally did step on the elevator button. I wasn't trying to, but it happened, and it was kind of funny that it kept happening. Got the poison spray mist here. This build actually has a little bit of arcane because this build started off as a hero instead of a vagabond. So we've got a little bit of arcane, but mostly this build is vigor, strength, and endurance. But I thought, you know, hey, a little bit of arcane never hurt nobody. A lot of the weapons I'm going to use have innate bleed and stuff like that. And then, you know, like if I decide I want to frost infuse a weapon, if I want a cold infusion on one of these weapons, I don't know that arcane helps frostbite. Now that I think about it, it doesn't matter though. A lot of the stuff we're going to use already has like an innate bleed on it, and if it's already got an innate bleed, and we're using poison spray mist, then a little bit of arcane's not going to hurt nobody, right? It's actually all right. But all of the levels that I've put on this build have all been vigor, strength, or endurance. Here comes another axe man. Wants to axe me a question. Wants to see how I spin on this axis. Wants to know if he can access my axe build. I said, you need to tune into YouTube. You need to like and you need to subscribe. And I'll tell you what else. I'm straight up chopping it down, and I'm chopping it up with you here on YouTube.com. Always a pleasure to be here in front of you guys with a video, and then I'm just talking on it, right? So okay, so you don't take a lot of damage on this build. That seems cool. How is that? Is that balanced? How is that? How did the developers go about trying to not make that overpowered? With a little something they like to call status effects. Bleed builds, 2 bleed builds at a time, just an absolute nightmare on this build, because you know my whole purpose is I want to stand inside that little golden land, or at least close to it, close enough to get the benefit of it, so that I'm not taking a lot of damage. But if 2 people bleed you out, that's just a percentage of your health gone, and there's no defense in the world that can protect you from that. And everybody loves to play bleed builds in these games, or in this game. So you know, it is what it is. But boom, it's all good. It's all good. We'll make it work. But that's what we have to be weary of. That's the thing we need to be most afraid of. Is bleed builds coming into our circle and magic dudes standing right outside of our circle. Those things are bad for this build. But everything else, you know, we kind of do what we do, and we just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of moments in this video where, you know, like if you see me get hit by something, I would encourage you to hit up the old rewind button and look at the amount of damage that I took from the thing that hit me. And you know, oh, you might be asking, oh, is this armor specifically chosen because it's really good defense or something? No, it's not. It's just what I thought would look cool on this build. And it's not exactly done yet. I'm still got some changes that I'm going to make to it before it gets finished. We're going to switch over to that Rotten Duelist's helm, because when we switch over to that Rotten Duelist's helm, the red on it is going to match our armor and our weapons a little bit better. So this is a thing that you encounter a lot, and it was kind of one of it was kind of the genesis of this build idea. You have these people who just won't do nothing. They just want to chill out and not engage you if there are enemies nearby, regardless of whether or not those enemies are worth a dang or not, you know? And they don't care. They're like, no, man, there's no possible way we can beat these weak enemies who all have terrible AI if since there's 2 of us, the enemy doesn't know what to do. And so it's like, all right, well then I'll just stand here and regain all of my health in front of you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. You might have noticed we switched over to the Ritual Sword Talisman there, and the reason we did that is because it gives us extra damage if we're at full health, and because we are regenerating health, you know, we want to stay at full health. We want to do big damage. That damage boost is going to affect things like jar cannon shots and carrying retaliation, things that you typically can't do much for in regards to, like, you know, increasing the damage. Well, that Ritual Sword is going to help with some stuff like that, and it basically allows us to play at a new and dangerous, to be honest, level of petty, you know. But that's what you get. That's what you get. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, as they say. Well, You know, you wanna take forever to engage with me. You know, if you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. You're gonna take so long to engage with me. Well, then, if you're not gonna put a ring on it, I will. And the ring is called Golden Land, and it's basically just me standing there enjoying health and extra defense, etc. And you know, you're gonna let me linger. You're gonna let me linger. Shout out to the Cranberries. Rest in peace to the lead singer of the Cranberries. She passed away a few years ago. I believe her name was Dolores. You know, obviously a beautiful voice, but you know, she said linger. Check this out. Here's something that they never should have done. They never should have gave me backstabs back. They never should have gave me backstabs back. You can rewind that. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead. Alright, you watched that again. You watched it over and over and over again. And in the back of your head, you thought, maybe you even said it out loud. Maybe you even typed it in the comments. They should have never gave that man his backstabs back. He was happy. He was content. He was content with where they were. And we said, you said, let's give them to him back? Foolish. Saying, what the hell has happened here? Well, I'll tell you, I've invaded a dungeon. I'm not sure which one it was. I saw that they didn't have the door unlocked, and I said, all right, let's make them fight for the door. That's who I am. That's the build, right? And they said, all right, bet. And I thought, let's go. Let's go, right? Well, this dude wants to breathe dragon on me, and like, that's fine. Honestly, again, look at the damage. It's nothing. It is literally nothing. And I was like, you know, it's fine. I don't care to do the 2v1. But this is the world's most honorable Phantom right here. And they really wanted to do this, you know. They really wanted to go 1v1. And, you know, I don't mind, you know. If I wanted 1v1s, I'd go duel. You know, I tell that to Bonfire Duelist hosts, and I tell it to invaders who complain about getting ganked. You know, there's a 1v1 mode. It exists. But, yeah, you know, shout out to the Phantom, at least, for being, you know, he thought, okay, let's do this. Let's give it a go. And I thought that was pretty cool. But, you know, it was a good invasion regardless. I don't mind that the guy jumped in, and I wouldn't have minded if they tried to 2v1 me. That also would have been just fine. But I just thought that was a cool, I get to protect the lever. You're not allowed in there, you know. That's the whole point of the build. I thought that was awesome. Here I've invaded the nugget egg people. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. I must have missed some meme. I don't quite understand. But you know, they seem like they're having a good time getting chased around by these dogs. So, you know, all right, more power to them, I guess. I'm just kind of chilling. You might have noticed I put Prayerful Strike on the anchor here, and the reason I've done that is because the anchor does pierce damage. All right. If someone swings at you and you hit them while they're swinging at you, regardless of other stuff, hyper armor or whatever, their pierce defense goes down. It goes down by a lot. And if you hit someone with pierce damage while they're swinging at you, or just, you know, swinging at something, their pierce damage goes down, and now your pierce damage is gonna get a big buff. All right. Okay, well, that's cool. But we call that's a counter hit, by the way. That's what a counter hit is when you hit somebody with pierce damage while they're swinging at you. There's a spear talisman in this game that increases counter hits. So, cool. Prayerful Strike has hyper armor. All right, which means it's good for making trades. That's what it's going to do best is make trades with people, right? So it's going to do counter hit damage, which rules. But more than that, it's also going to give me that big damage, and I get my health back, you know, and I got the hyper armor to make that trade. That rules. Boom! Look at that. 725 damage. And we're talking about at level 60, and I don't even have Alexander's Jar Shard yet. You know? That's a pretty impressive amount of damage. There you can see my regular attacks doing like 300. So the fact that we hit that Ash of War and got that 800 damage off of it, you can kind of see like, hey, this is not a bad idea. Now I ended up switching it up, but like that could be the whole premise of the build, is running Prayerful Strike on pierce damage. So here we have it, but we're doing it with the pickaxe, right? Also, this counts as a great hammer, I think, but it has the moveset of a great axe, or it counts as a great axe, but has the moveset of a great hammer, something like that. And I was curious, hey, can we trade with that Ash of War? Yes, we can. Same thing, pierce damage, counter hit, you know, whatever. Pretty good. Pretty good. So I ran that for a little while, and then I went back on the anchor and I gave it Stormcaller, because that is just a brutal Stormcaller weapon with that axe. Because if you catch some people with that counter hit and now they get caught up in that tornado of pain, that absolute hurricane of horror, good luck, buddy. You know, good luck, buddy. That's what I tell them. I tell them, good luck, buddy. But they don't. It's facetious. It's not really for good luck. They are not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. Right here we got 3 dudes with 3 mean weapons running through Raya Lucaria, but those weapons don't mean nothing to me. Look at the damage I'm taking. It doesn't exist. It's not real. I don't take damage from you. Your damage does not concern me. That's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? That's not my problem. That's not my problem. Right? Are you starting to get it now? You just look at him and you say, that's none of my business. That's not my problem. And there's nothing they can do about it except say, I guess he's right. And then they just leave you alone. All right. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm making a little run for the people here, but I want to let you know that once I get to them, I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. And the reason I'm going to be quiet is because my mouth is dry, and I'm still drinking my second cup of coffee. So I'm just going to let this fight kind of happen while I drink some coffee. Right about now, you might be asking yourself, Saint, why didn't you just edit that part out and take a drink of your coffee and then, you know, because I don't want to. I don't want to do that. All right. So, yeah, I got my defenses. I call it absorption. It's actually damage negation. All right. I apologize. It's really hard to not say the thing that you've said forever because of Dark Souls 3 or whatever. Or just Dark Souls in general. Like, attack rating, or, you know, that's gone, and it's attack power now. Saying flask instead of Estus, you know, stuff like that. Alright, so you've got 2 different types of defense in this game. I say absorption a lot. That's wrong. It's damage negation. Damage negation is what they call it in this game. And that comes from your armor and talismans. Maybe your Wondrous Physic has something. You know, it's all that extracurricular stuff. Alright? And then your flat defense, I don't know what that's called in this game. It might just be called defense. That is something that you get for levels. So the more you level up, the more flat defense you have. Alright? So I've got that Wondrous Physic. You know, there's one that gives you really good defense, but I don't have it right now. The reason I don't have it right now is because I was saving the enemy that drops it for later. I'm gonna use the runes that enemy drops to level up from 60 to 80. I'm gonna take the Caelid World Tour, where you go Black Flame Gargoyle, Dragon on a Bridge, Tree Rot Guy, and then Grey the Dragon. And that'll take you from 60 to 80, no problem. If you've got some gold chicken feet, or the gold scarab talisman, or both, you know. So I don't have that right now. But I will have it eventually. But I actually already have it. I just don't have it for this video. My point is I've looked at the defense. And even without Crab, I can get my damage negation, which us Dark Souls people would call absorption, I can get that up to about 70, which is about 70%, which is absurd. With Golden Land, as well as the Ritual Shield Talisman, as well as just the regular flat defense that I've got, or I'm sorry, damage negation, from the armor that I'm wearing and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty good defense. And this kind of goes back to a thing. I've talked about this in the last video. I'll talk about it again. Back in Dark Souls 3, people used to say, Saint, you should make a build that uses regeneration in invasions. And I never liked that idea. And the reason I didn't like that idea is because in Dark Souls 3, and in every game really, when you invade somebody, you need to do it quickly, because every moment that you don't is another moment they have to summon up some friend or some blue, right? And so the fact that you can prolong the invasion by staying alive is not doing you, the favor you think that it is. And so I've never really been the type to make a regeneration build. But in these types of situations where there's already 3 people, they can't summon anybody else, right? So, when one of them goes down, that'll change the way that we approach the fight. But for right now, we can approach the fight from this slow, hey, we'll take our time and we'll regenerate, and we'll just get our health back that way, and not have to worry about burning through flasks. But, hey, this dude does pretty good damage with that Moon Veil, and the host does pretty good damage with those lightning bolts. They're coming at you. But when they're coming at you, what you have to ask yourself is, why did they give that man his backstabs back? Why did they do it? I don't know. I told you. I was content. I wasn't complaining. And they just said, nah, we'll do it. We'll give them back. All right. That's what y'all want to do. Now this guy just coming in, Big Willie style, and just absolutely trying to go bow dunker on him, which is admirable, honestly. But you can see there, he's just not doing a lot of damage. Now, if he could get a lightning bolt, from that other guy to help him out, that might be all right. I'll tell you what, that damage right there was pretty good. That Sword of Night and Flame Fire damage, that was pretty good. Now here comes the lightning bolt. I'm trying to use these pillars. I'm trying to be clever. These miners, they're not going to help. The miners who are actually mining, they won't fight unless somebody hits them. So I'm trying to stay close enough where he might hit him, but he's doing a pretty good job trying not to hit the miners. So I'm hoping maybe this dude wants to shoot a laser, throw a lightning bolt or something, maybe hit this dude. The host switching over to the Reduvia. Well, there used to be 2 of you. Maybe you should stop worrying about pressing L2 on that Reduvia and start worrying about how there used to be 2 of you. Now that I've got the host by themselves, and I know that they've been going absolutely crazy with the spell spam and stuff, I'm like, you know what? I feel pretty good. I'll just chill, and I'll just kill this blue, because I think every blue deserves that experience. And then the host is like, all right, I'm out. And you know what? Frankly, understandable. If we're being frankly, understandable. And then he says, I'm going to go into the boss. And they never should have gave that man his backstabs back. That was what you just witnessed. He said, I can't go into the boss. I need to drink the flask first. The boss will just one-shot me if I don't have health. I mean, I would have got that backstab on patch 1.09, to be honest. But that was just a fun little look back at Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, back when you could backstab people as they tried to walk inside of a boss fog. So here we have the wizard spam inside the circle. And it's slightly annoying, but it's tolerable so long as we, you know, can mitigate the other guy with the fat rolling curved greatsword. I'll tell you what, man, if you can get them to cast Rock Sling at the right space, you can backstab it by running. You just run, pivot, and backstab. And I was going for that hard, but this dude wouldn't give it to me. And look at his little teeny tiny baby damage. Look at his little itty bitty, teeny weeny, short sword damage. And then we got the Waves of Darkness, and we put it on the Great Stars. The Great Stars gives us some health back. It's not a lot, but it gives us some health back every time we hit somebody with it. Look at that. And so you just start regenning and regenning and regenning, and you're over here, and it's like you drank gin and got drunk, and then you started drinking more gin. How much you're regenning? You're gonna gin up some goodwill using this build right here. He says, I need blues. And I said, brother, they're already here. I said, they're already here. They're just not being helpful right now. Boom, the big R2. The big heavy. That's what they used to call me. That's what they used to call me back in middle school. They used to call me Big Heavy on account of how big and heavy I was. So the blue's like, I'm here. I'm the helper. I'm a helper, you. And you know, he brought this big-ass bird with him, which is hilarious to me. So, I love to see that. He's shooting his little laser. He's like, I did this. I have to fix it. I was called here to help this man, and instead of helping this man, all I've done is made things worse for him. And that's funny to me. We got Warcry on the brick hammer. Kerplat. I ended up ditching the brick hammer on this build, and I went with the duelist's hammer. I went with that one instead. It just looks cooler, in my opinion. You'll see that a little later on. Bringing back the pickaxe, though. This invasion right here, you are going to see the Ring of Honor. You're going to see the squared circle in action. Alright? And I am going to own that whole area. Like so much Stone Cold Steve Austin in 1998. Got the Scarlet Rot right off the bat. Have you guys heard that the Hand of Millennia is actually really good in this patch? Have you guys heard that? I've been hearing about it, but I'm not sure. It's just always been good. That's the joke. But yeah, let's get over here. Let's get to the squared circle, baby. Let's go. Now I got the Scarlet Rot, right? So I'm losing health as we speak, and you know, that's something that we want to mitigate. Well, thankfully this build can do a little bit of regeneration, right? We got the Holy Ground. What have I been calling it? Golden Land? It's not Golden Land. It's Holy Ground. Ignore everything I've ever said. I've been calling it Land of Gold or Golden Land. It's Holy Ground. Golden Land is a different ability. It's the one where you shoot lasers after you do the Waves of Darkness thing. You know, I'm not right all the time. You know, sometimes I'm just wrong. Sometimes I'm just wrong for no reason. This is one of those times. This is not, though. Alright, here we go. Watch. Look at the damage. Look at the damage. Oh, isn't that cute? Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Don't you love Scarlet Rot? Isn't it so powerful to you? I love it, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see how much damage they can do. Let's see if they can get me down to, like, half my health. Let's see if they can pull that off. I'm feeling like they cannot. But I've been wrong. I've been wrong before, you know. A little frostbite. Oh, they knocked me off the Ring of Honor, though. It's cool, though, because I've already knocked them off as well. So, you know. It's not like it's an automatic loss if you get knocked out of the Ring of Honor. It's fine, though. I'm going to get back in the Ring of Honor. Get back in my little circle. Come here. Let me talk to you. Right there. Sit right there. There you go. There you go. Can you get me to less than half? Got a little frostbite. Oh, that's close to half. You've almost got me. Oh, but I got the big heal. And here comes the circle. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do? Scarlet Rot? Are they going to help you? Think that's going to help you? I don't think so. I don't think so. Get in here. Let's talk about it. Alright. This is my ring. I'm taking on all comers. Oh, you got a little bit of that? Huh? You think? No, I don't think so. I'll parry that, son. Alright, now what? Can you get me below half? No, I don't think so. Oh, uh-oh. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. That's bad news. Here we go. Here we go. Get me below half, buddy. Oh. Oh, he's trying. He was going for it. Just couldn't pull it off. Alright, you know this man is not getting back in the circle. You know he's not. The only circle he's going to is the summoning circle. Must be the season of the witch, Donovan said. He needs that resummon. That's what he needs. So we're going to switch over to a lifesteal fist on the fist weapon that I've got here. I don't know what this one's called. Circle fist. Bald fist. Spiked fist. Balls of iron. I don't know what it's called. But I do know that it looks cool as crap with my build. It looks dope on my hat. I'm trying to hit lifesteal fist. He's not going to let me. He's a coward. He's got coward in his DNA. Daddy probably snitched inside his DNA. You know what I'm talking about. So he's just rolling, trying to stay alive. I'm going to put that poison right there because I know that's where that summon sign's at. I know that's where that summon sign's at. So if you want that summon sign, you're going to get poisoned. You can't have it. You can't have anything. Don't go any further. Unstoppable. Unstoppable killing machine. Unhurtable. Immortal. The Juggernaut. Full-blown juggernaut. You go to the circus and you see the clown and you say, is he gonna juggle or not? No. Full-blown juggernaut. There we go. Get in my circle. Let's talk about it. Let's have a little conversation. How do you like that? 3 R1s with a pickaxe. About to be all she wrote for you. You know? Bring it in. Bring it in. Let's have a conversation. We are going to start a dialogue inside my circle. Let's go. Let's go. You think I won't use this? I will. I'll use it. I'll give you a little roar. A little taste of the roar right there. Huh? Yeah, come on. Wizard with an axe. Let's see what you can do. Let's see what your whole life's about. Okay, he's got an axe. He's a wizard. He's swinging it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please don't take massive damage for no reason. Please don't take massive damage for no reason. Absolutely bonked. And they stay bonking. People have been asking about the bonks and where they come from and what they can do to change it. And the answer is nothing. Little warped axe. Let's go. Little warped axe. Little vacuum slice on the warped axe. Alright? And what that does is it comes out a little faster than, like, Taker's Flame. You know? It moves a little quicker. And so I thought, okay, I'll put vacuum slice on the warped axe. Now this guy's hitting me with hyper armor. It's hyper. And he's hyper aggressive, and I like that. I like that. I like it when he comes at me that quick. You know what I'm saying? That means he's ready to fight. That means he's ready to have a good long look. Oh. Oh. Has somebody been scouting out the hibachi? Has somebody been sending scouts to the hibachi to check it out and say, I don't think we should go to that hibachi. I don't think I want them to flip that shrimp right at me. He's spinning an egg. I'd understand. I'd understand if you didn't want to go to that hibachi. Now, if you don't watch every Saint Riot video, you're not going to know what's up with the hibachi. You're going to be totally clueless. That's why you have to watch every Saint Riot video. Every one of them. Like and subscribe. Here we go. Here's a move y'all don't see very much. I love it. Eruption. Hyper armor, living in the day, and it's coming down the way. Oh, hyper armor. What's going on, guys? It's Saint Riot. I'm coming back at you again with another edition of doing an introduction, 35 minutes and 17 seconds into the video. So, as you can see here, we've got that heavy pickaxe with the plus 12. It's got the counter hits. It's got the pierce damage. You're aware of that. They hit me with the honor bow, and they say, we're looking for honorable fighting. And I say, okay, well, let's fight then. And then they say, just kidding, not honorable at all. Okay. Okay. You ever be talking to your girlfriend and she's like, hey, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, I don't know, I was thinking about doing this. And then she goes, okay. And you know in your heart that means that's the last god dang thing you should ever do in your life, is whatever she just said okay to. It's like that. It's like that. Yeah, we'll do this. Look at him, he's got his little ant rapier. This'll do, Scarlo Ron! Scarlo Ron, protect us! Let's see if Scarlet Ron can protect me. Oh, did you try and parry and you didn't know how to play Dark Souls before? That's cute, kid. That's cute, kid. You must not know that I know about it. You must not know that I know about angles that aren't alive anymore. I know about them. I know about them. Do you? It would appear not. He goes for the fully charged Carrying Grandeur, too. He goes for the fully charged. He went for the whole damn thing. He's going to go for another one fully charged. That's my move. That's what I do. I can't believe I got hit with the CG. I can't believe I got hit with the CG. With the FCCG. Fully charged CG. I said GD. GD. An FCCG? He said, yeah, all day. Alright. I ain't mad at it. You know? I'm not mad at it. I'll tell you what I am mad at, though. I'm mad at this area sucking so much. There's like one enemy in this whole area that's worth a ding-dong hoot. And they just killed it. Well, get in the ring. Why don't you get in the ring? Uh-oh. Yeah, you're gonna go for the fully charged. I know you are. That's all you ever do is the fully charged. You don't know about no mix-up. I'll keep you mixed up. I keep you mixed up like a god-dang cocktail. I keep you mixed up like a margarita. They should have never in their life gave that man his backstabs back. What were they thinking when they did it? I don't know. Uh-oh. 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 You want in the circle? You want in the circle? Come get in this circle. Come get in the circle. No, come back. Yeah, get in the circle. We can talk about it a little bit. We can just have a little conversation about what happens in the circle. You know? I love the circle. Alright, I'll check. Well, let's go. Let's go somewhere else. We're going to go somewhere else. We're going to think a little bit. We're going to say, alright, what should we do? Because we're out of blue. We got no more blue juice. We got no FP. So whatever we do needs to be big Donkin style. He wants to Scarlet Rock me again. He wants to parry me. He's still trying. He's still trying. They're all trying. They're coming at me. They're giving it their best. And I'm like, man, do I even have any flasks left? And then I take a little peek into my inventory here. And I say, well, I got some volcano pots. Let's see. Did they leave these dudes alive over here? Nobody kills these dudes. Everybody forgets that these dudes exist. Except for me, the knower. Yeah, why don't you get over there and fight those dudes? Yeah, fight them. Yeah, fight that guy. There you go. Uh-oh, did I just get a little FP back? What, you're still trying to parry? You're still trying to parry? This is the it's never gonna happen party. It's never gonna happen. Alright, now I saw that y'all left these guys alive in here too. So I'm going to run around. Oh, what if we get a little sacrificial axe? Yeah, I like using axes. I'm the axe man, right? I'm going to throw this volcano pot. I'm going to try and tell y'all, you know, just anything. I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. If it means that you'll get in here and make these boys over here mad. Taking some swings. Taking some swings. Here they come. Here comes the boys. Alright, yeah. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Now you got these two. You got two more coming at you. New enemies approach. And they're just taking them all out for me. And as they take them out, I'm getting back FP. So now I don't need that blue flask no more. But I'm finally at half health. I don't know if y'all realized or not, but I'm at half health right now. Now I'm below half health. 3 flasks in the pocket. 3 flasks in the pocket, boy. Who did you think you were playing with? Who did you think you were playing with? 3 flasks in the pocket. I ain't even close, son. And now you gotta fight all these dudes? Get in the circle. Let's talk about it. Get in the circle. You ever seen The Lion King? They talk about the circle of life. This is the circle of death. That man's got 3 in the pocket. He walks around and he tells you he's broke. And then when you need it most, he's got $3 in his pocket. 3 hundos. Oh yeah, you want me to calm down. There is no calming down. I'm in charge now. I'm in control. You thought you were in control, but I tricked you. I tricked you with my mind because I have the brain of a winner who thinks. Boom! Get in this eruption. Get in. Oh! Let's do it. Let's do it. You do that, and I'll do my thing, and we'll see who comes out on top. We'll see who comes out on top. Right here. I said right here. Pay attention to me. Come back. We need to talk about it. Get in the circle. Come back here and get in the circle. Alfarius. Alfarius. He must not know. He must not know. He's Alfarius. I'm nefarious. That's the video. I appreciate you watching it. I hope you enjoyed it so much. I hope you like the video. I hope you subscribe the video. I hope you share and comment the video. And I'll see you next time. Until then, later, y'all.